I've heard it said that unless you are able to adapt or evolve, you're bound to die. I see that that's what you've been doing with your business.
It is, absolutely.
And so you had to adapt to the economy according to what people were doing to further the business and make it more successful. How do you see that happening with the city of Modesto?
Well, one of the problems I feel that's happened for a long time is our city's focused on expanding out rather than expanding up. And I think that we need to grow our city up. So much improves by growing the inner part of your city upwards, having mixed-use development downtown where you have storefronts and commercial and retail and offices on the first floor and condos and apartments and other uses on the second, third, fourth floor. If you look at any of our great cities of the world, they have large downtowns, whether it's 6 stories of Paris or 16 stories in New York. And by having large downtowns, you have more efficient policing, you have more efficient use of your roads, all your services can be done better. Right now, when you spread over your farmland, number one, our farmland's the only outside dollars we really bring into our economy. It's the only way we bring New York and Chicago and Japanese dollars, Chinese dollars into Modesto. And when we take farmland out of production, we're actually going backwards on our economic pool for this area. So I think that we need to change the focus of how we grow.
You know, when I was at the 4th of July parade, I actually talked with one of your constituents, and she was explaining to me that that was kind of your campaign motto, was to leadership grow up, not out. Or
right.
Yeah, and so you literally mean grow up.
I do.
And it's kind of a good play on words, like grow up, you know. We need to grow up and take responsibility and adapt and go ahead.
And if you look at some of our downtown areas, especially, one of my focuses will try to be between the freeway and the railroad tracks, 6th, 7th, and 8th Street. That whole corridor is underdeveloped properties, underutilized business areas. And if we could put mid-rise businesses in there for those people and homes and condos and apartments, for those people that are commuters, they can step right onto the freeway without having to transit across town. For those that work downtown, they can just walk to their work. And when you have that, you start having cafes, and you have commercial businesses that really start working so well. The way we're spread out right now, mass transit doesn't work because it's too far. There are not enough people to make mass transit work. All of those can be done better.
And the best part, too, is it's already been paved over. It's
right.
No new farmland
right.
is going to be paved over.
You have the infrastructure there already. You don't have to build new roads. You don't have to put new sewer lines in. You might have to improve them a little bit. But water's there, sewer's there, sidewalks. I mean, it really makes the whole city work better. And we're being able to be more efficient with our police officers. We're not having to have a police officer cover 5 or 10 square miles. He can do 5 or 10 blocks.
Yeah.
And it works so much better.
Right. And plus it would be kind of a hub for tourists too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And bring those tourists into Modesto.
The whole energy of your inner city improves at that point when you can do that.
Now, being a businessman, what is the greatest difference between being inside the city council chambers versus being on the outside as a businessman? What's the greatest difference that you see between the two?
Well, the biggest difference is, as a businessman, I can just do it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have to get permission from 3 other members of the council. Our council is like a board of directors, really, of a corporation. We don't run the city. It's something a lot of people don't understand. It's not our choice to tell an employee to do something. We hire a city manager, and he runs the business. Our job is to set the rules, set the policies, set how the city runs, and the city manager takes care of the day-to-day operations. So as a business owner, if I want to open earlier, I just do it. For city council, you have to go through committee and all these different procedures. Government is slow, and it's really difficult, I think, for most business people to step in and understand how slow government is to react. Sometimes if they're trying to run over you, it's probably pretty good that they're slow.
Like a steamroller rather than a scooter, right?
Right. But at the other time, when you want things done, and things need to be done, to have it take 1 or 2 or 3 months really can be painful. And it's a big adjustment. Yeah. As a business owner, I alone decide what our policy is going to be. As a council member or a mayor, I have to get 4 votes to make that work. And so you have to be able to work with people. I think I bring that also. I was a veteran. I am a veteran. I served 7 years on submarines during the Vietnam era. And when you're on a submarine, underwater for 70 days with only 140 guys, that your lives depend on each other. You really have to learn how to work together. And I think I bring that better than anybody else to the council.
That was kind of the next question that I was going to ask you about how running a business will prepare you for running a city, but it kind of sounds like I thought it was completely different, but it kind of sounds like it goes hand in glove in that you have to learn to work with people, not just run books and schedules and stuff like that.
Well, I think I have another attribute with my business particularly that really isn't true of most other businesses around, and that's the fact that I have about 7,000 customers every week.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Most people go, wow, 7,000 a week.
That's a big bowling alley.
We're one of the largest in California,
wow.
In fact. There's only 2 larger. But with 7,000 citizens coming into my business every week, from young kids 2 and 3 and 4 years old up to 100 years old, I get a cross-section of Modesto nobody else gets. I have a unique feel, I think, for the citizens of Modesto, their problems, their interests, where they want our city to go. And I get that daily in my business. It's not a contact. There's very few council members, citizens at all, that have that level of contact with other citizens. And to know what the working families and the people of Modesto need and want, I think I have a better touch for that than anybody else.